Today we're going to be looking at the one, the only Sakura Miko from HoloLive. She's also a VTuber. This is Sakura Miko in the flesh, in the plastic, the figure right here. That's her in all her glory. So, who is Sakura Miko? Well, she's known for this. And this. Also this. And the list goes on. But that's basically what I know her for. Again, I'm not an avid VTuber watcher. My knowledge for VTubers starts and ends at the memes and clips. Last time we had a look at Hoshimachi Suisei. That was a decent figure, I'd say. I mean, it was fine. Nothing mind-blowing, but it was cool. So, let's start with Sakura Miko's review and let's have an in-depth look into what the figure comes with. So, let's start with a look at the box, shall we? Here we have the box. Here you can see the front side. You have a nice render of Miko. Here it says 641. And then, you know, the Max Factory logo, HoloLive logo, of course, because she's a VTuber. Then up top here, we have another nice pose. That's cool. On the side, oh, it's the same pose, nice. On the other side, we have a pose of her holding her mic. And then on the back, as per usual, we have some nice renders of her in like a nice studio-esque background. Here you can see Miko in her, I don't know, she's with her little white thingy there. I forgot what they're called, but that's basically the representation of Miko's fandom, fan base. Then we have the same render as the one from the side here. Here you can see Miko doing a weird, nice pose with like a pointy finger hand. That looks like a nice pose, honestly. Then you can see her here with one of her accessories, playing what I can only assume is shogi. I think, I don't know, I don't play Japanese board games. I review figures on YouTube. Then you can see some more expressions of her over here. Right up here, she's smiling. Right down there, she's shocked, surprised, I think. Over here, you can see the figure herself with all the accessories that she comes with. And of course, you have the warnings and stuff there. I mean, you can read them if you want, but like, who needs those? Let's move on to the figure herself. This is Sakura Miko, if the camera focuses. Overall, I'd like to say it's a pretty detailed figure. You can really see how well designed and detailed the VTuber models are, honestly. First it was with Suisei and now it is with Miko. These VTubers have crazy amounts of details on their models and character designs. It's insane, honestly. Whoever draws them, honestly, props to them. I cannot imagine how time-taking it would be to make a VTuber illustration for a complex design like this. But yeah, from what I understand, she's supposed to be a shrine maiden. I think, you know, like Guy Miko from Genshin Impact, Sakura Miko, it's in her name, guys. So yeah, she's got a nice pink color scheme going on with pink hair, a pink skirt thingy, pink ribbons on the back, and lots of ribbons and ribbons and ribbons. I like this color scheme, honestly. It's like white, pink, and a bit of yellow highlights here and there. I think the color scheme works. It's nice, it's unique, it stands out. You know, like Suisei had her blue, Miko has her pink and yellows and whites. It's nice. So yeah, overall from the aesthetics, I'd say this figure really nails the sculpt work. It looks really nice. It honestly has that nice stylized anime look, of course, as all Figmas usually do. And yeah, there's nothing much for me to complain about in the sculpt and overall aesthetic department. I'd honestly give the aesthetics a 10 out of 10, I'd say. I mean, I don't really see how you can improve the aesthetics of the figure here unless you get rid of the visible joints like the elbows and knees. But again, it's an articulated figure. You can't do that unless you're someone who likes hot toys. I've got a bone to pick with. So when we're talking about accessories, she comes with a whole bunch of hands. She comes with open hands, fist hands, grippy hands to hold her mic in. I think that's the only accessory she can hold. And pointy hands. We cannot forget the pointy hands. Those are super important. And I believe those are all the hands that she comes with, so that's like 4 pairs in total. Other than the main 4 pair of hands, she also comes with a unique hand. This is a hand that's, at least on the box, shown to be used for shogi. So like, when you're probably playing with the pieces, you like pick, I don't know, push them with your fingers or something, pick them up like this or something. I don't play shogi, I don't know. Someone tell me how you play shogi, but yeah. This is a cool hand. It comes separately, just like how the Figma Suisei figure came with like the whole juice box hand. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I still don't know why they have to give it to you separately. Why can't they just have a more cohesive way of keeping it together with the other hands? But who cares? Next up, let's look at her faces. She comes with a default smiley face. A happy face. Look at her, she's so happy. A pouting, angry face. That's nice. I'm glad she comes with more expressions. And an astonished, worried face. Like he's scared of something. She's seen something terrifying. I don't know, does she play horror games or something? Probably. Those are all the faces she comes with. She comes with more faces than Suisei. I'll give her credit for that. And I like all the expressions she has, you know, because when I was posing Suisei, I was kind of, you know, stuck in like what expressions I should use. Because again, the expressions were pretty limited. Like you had the sadistic face, you had the smiley face, and you had the happy face. No angry face, no surprise face. And I appreciate those for being included here. Mad Dudley, but yeah, okay. She also comes with her very own microphone, similar to how Suisei did. This one has a nice red pinkish ribbon on it. The same pink-yellow color scheme as before, as on her own outfit. Now, other than that, for the shogi hand, to pair with the shogi hand, we have a shogi board, I think. Is it shogi? I don't know. If I'm saying the wrong game, please correct me in the comments, but it looks like Japanese Othello or something. So it comes with this table piece that is just a flat table, you know, it doesn't have anything printed on top, just a carved pattern into it, you know, with like blocks and cells. And then it also comes with an acrylic piece that you can keep on top of the box. You know, this has printed on it like some shogi pieces. I'm assuming the white ones are in a line because to show that the white side is won and the black side is losing. So I don't know, is this game like Connect 4 or like Othello or something? You know, I don't know. But when you put this acrylic piece on top of the board, this is what it looks like. This is a pretty cool accessory. I can see this being used for like figures other than Miko herself. I mean, me personally, I posed Gojo with this. And immediately after my Gojo figure broke, like, god damn it, bro. I've been breaking figures recently and it's really, really sad. It really sucks. But I think I can fix it. Spoiler for a future video. Speaking of broken figures, the ribbon on this Miko's back. Yeah. This ribbon piece right here from like the central part that connects to her main body, to you know, where the yellow ribbon is. That broke for me. It came off. The adhesive or whatever it's connected with just came off. It wasn't sticking, it just kept falling off. So I just grabbed some super glue and stuck it on there. And good as new. I'm not complaining. I mean, the board moves just fine, so no complaints there. Anyways, accessories. So she also comes with this tiny little white bear cat looking thingy. Now, from what I've heard, this is meant to be a representation of her fandom, of her fan base. You know, like, yeah, I don't have any examples that come to mind, but this is an example of what Vtubers call their fan bases. Every Vtuber apparently calls their fan base something different. From what I've heard, this little guy, this little white guy comes with these hands with like glow sticks. You know, the glow sticks from Oshinoko where like Ako's like dancing with them and stuff. It's that thing, you know, the ones you see at musical concerts and Hatsune Miku concerts. Yeah, basically. This little guy also comes with an accessory piece for himself as well, where he has folded arms. So you can simply like put his head on top of this and connect his lower body to this. This is like a mid-torso piece, and then you can basically make him fold his arms. Gives you some nice expression, honestly. And yeah, so this guy can articulate for the most part. Like his torso and abdomen have a single rotation point, as you can see here. He can rotate in place, do a 360 if you wanted to. Oh my god, his arms, the ones with the glow sticks, can rotate and move. They're like on a ball joint, I believe. And the glow sticks themselves are removable. I'll show you here. You can take the glow sticks off. Here, you can see. They're connected by a simple peg joint, if that makes sense. Like they can only rotate in place, nothing more. But I mean, hey, that's more than I was expecting. The head itself is on a ball joint and it can do a 360. And you know, it can go sideways this much, down this much, and up this much. And yeah, of course you can like take it off. She also comes with her FIGMA stand, of course, as all figures should. This right here is Miko. Let's look at her articulation, and let's look at the articulation from top to bottom. So right up here we have her head. On her head she has this one singular ponytail similar to Suisei. It can do a 360. That's pretty cool. She has this antenna on top that's just static. It's just stuck there. I'm scared it might break off, but let's hope my bad luck doesn't reach her. Her head can move up this much, not much, down this much. You know, it can go sideways this much, and this way here. It's noticeable, but it's not crazy articulation. I'll let you know that. Her neck itself, her neck doesn't move on its own. It's more so like the head itself is on a static neck piece that just rotates on top of the neck. If you've played with action figures that have neck articulation as well, you'll understand what I'm saying. But yeah, that kind of limits the head articulation here, but that's totally fine. It's not too problematic. If you come back here, she has longer hair than Suise, so her hair is on like this singular, I guess, hinge joint. It can go far back this much. It can go back this much. It just goes in one direction. Nothing more, nothing less. Now let's come down to her shoulders. Her shoulders can go out this much. That's pretty nice. And then they can go down this much. Now they're on a regular FIGMA joint, so they can, of course, rotate in place, as you can see right here. Now, again, similar to the Suisse figure, she doesn't have butterfly joints, but it's not the biggest issue in the world. She's a VTuber. She's not going to be going crazy with her poses. It's fine. It gives me the amount of articulation that I need. However, I will be honest, a cool addition here is her clothes aren't the most limiting on the shoulders, so she has a nice ball joint that can rotate. But on top of the ball joint is the FIGMA joint itself, if that makes sense, similar to the neck joint, which can move up and down, and the arm can rotate in place as well. That gives for some pretty desirable articulation, I'd say. It's pretty nice once you get the hang of it. Now, coming down here, there's some rotation in the upper arm, right before the ribbon part, right as soon as her white extra long sleeve thingy starts, she has rotation. That's pretty nice. I appreciate that. And right after that, we have our single jointed elbow. That definitely goes a little bit more than 90. That's pretty nice, I'd say. That's nice, yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't expect an arm like this to have much articulation, but FIGMA engineered it well. It works out. That's nice. Now, coming up to her wrist, it has the regular FIGMA joint where it moves in either direction, like so, and then you can rotate the joint in place to alter where you can move the hinge joint, if that makes sense. So that's her arms. Now let's move on to her waist. Similar to Suisse, her waist is super limited, I'd say. Can she even do a 360? Oh god, no. She can rotate in place, but I wouldn't, there's too much friction. I wouldn't personally want to risk rotating her 360, so I'm gonna refrain from doing so. I don't like destroying my figures, I'll be honest. So yeah, we're gonna leave that be. Over here, up at the front, we have her yellow ribbon. The yellow ribbon can move forward this much. It's not crazy articulation, but it's there. I appreciate it. And if you come all the way back here, you have her bigger ribbons at the back. These, like I said, are fragile. They came off from me on this copy, but I glued them back. But these individual ribbon pieces can go oh my god, they can go pretty high up. Yeah, that's super high up. They're kind of like on ball joints. That's pretty nice. It gives them some good articulation range. As you can see, you can rotate them in place. And yeah, it lets you make some dynamic shots and poses with her, which is cool. Now down here under her skirt, we have a waist joint similar to Suisse's. It's there. Like you can move it sideways, I'd say, you know. It's not the most noticeable, but it's noticeable. It's there. There's not much ab crunch on this figure at all, which I don't like, but it's a thing. I can't do anything about it. But her hips can go side to side quite a bit. That's pretty cool. Other than that, her thighs are connected to the hips by some ball joints. They seem to be single ball joints. I don't think they can drop down. At least I wouldn't want to force it. It's pretty rigid. So they're single ball joints, but they do the job. For her legs, they go forward this much, if you can see. and they go backwards this much. That is a pretty good split. That's almost a full split. That's cool. That's nice. Let's try sideways. Oh, sideways splits are possible? I didn't know that. Hold on. Okay, wait. This other leg is pretty... Okay. Oh! She can do a full split, practically. I didn't think that was possible. That's nice. That's a W right there. Nice. So yeah, that's a ball joint. It does what a ball joint does. Now, coming down here to her knees. Single jointed knees, similar to Suisse, as is common with all Figmas that I own. Her knees can go back this much. That's more than 90 degrees. That's pretty nice, honestly. That gives her a good range of motion in my opinion. So yeah. And then below her knees, you have her ankle joint. Yeah, ankle joint, where the foot can move back this much. It can go forwards this much. Then it can swivel in place. You know, like it goes sideways and it goes outwards like that. And probably my favorite part about this figure, honestly, is the toe joint. Like, look closely. That's so cool. Her slipper's only attached to the front part, so it moves with the front part and it comes off of the back heel part. I think it gives her some really nice stylistic choices when you're posing her. I really like the look that these, you know, separating slippers give. That's honestly a W in my opinion. I give her a plus point just for that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'd say this figure has a pretty nice range of motion. Again, it's limited because of the clothing. Because again, there's a lot of detail they had to pack into the costume right here. So again, I understand why the articulation suffers. But again, I think this figure is more so about the aesthetics, less about the articulation, but it does an awesome job at the articulation itself. Slightly better than Suisse, but again, not super mind-blowing in my opinion. But it's nice. I like it. It does some things better than the Suisse one, and I can appreciate it for that. Here you can see her in some fun poses that I did with the Suisse figure. Apparently, I've heard that Suisse and Miko are good friends, so that's why I posed them together. Here's a size comparison of Miko with SH Figure Arts Deku, Damatia Guts, Figma Joker, and of course, Figma Hoshimachi Suisse. That's what she looks like next to her best friend, I think. Is it her best friend? Let me know in the comments below. I have no idea. I believe I've covered all there is to talk about this figure. I've posed her, I've taken pictures with her, I've tested the articulation. Again, it's a Figma. It feels fragile to the touch, but as long as you're careful, I doubt anything's gonna happen. Again, I don't think these are toys. They're meant to be posed and left posed on a shelf like display pieces, so just be careful with them, in my personal opinion. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with a broken back ribbon like I did, or God forbid, something worse. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Overall, I'd like to give this figure a solid 8 out of 10. All points for the aesthetics and overall look of this figure. The final finishing, the finishing that this figure has is awesome. It looks nice. It comes with good expressions. The accessories are great. I'd like to say better than Suisse's in my opinion, because again, she just comes with a whole lot more. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you like this figure better than the Figma Hoshimachi Suisse, or do you think Suisse was better? Fight in the comments. I'd love to see your thoughts. I guess I'll catch you in the next figure review. And next figure review is gonna be a pretty special one. It's gonna be Figma Hatsune Miku. You guys stay safe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.